Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. Be a productive man. I'm gonna tell you what, if you're talking about being a sovereign man, one of the things you're gonna have to do is be productive. Because first of all, let's be real. If you wanna have control over your life, you're gonna have to make some money. You're gonna have to do something. And it's this go beyond. Yeah, I've said like publicly, like if you wanted to get sex from a woman, you don't always have to have money. But if you're trying to have real control over your life, you're going to have money. And it's not to impress the woman, it's for yourself. But in order to do that, you got to be productive. Because there's a lot of guys out there, they don't have control over their lives, or they having trouble. But one of the things I've seen with them a lot of times, they don't want to work. They don't want to do stuff. They don't want to go that extra step. Or at the very least, some of the ones who are a little bit better than that, they'll get a job, but then they'll do just enough on their jobs. They don't go extra in everything. Look, I'm going to tell you what, I don't care even if you just have a job. Not even just talking about a business. Of course, you got to be very productive in a business or it doesn't work. But even just having a job, a business, whatever, just life, you got to look and say, okay, what are you doing productive? You have to, it ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. Like, okay, like let me use the job example. Most of us have worked jobs. I've worked 1,000 jobs, even while I had my business going. I've had some type of business since the mid-90s and worked a lot of jobs still. Okay, but when you on the job, are you going extra? I want you to think about, are you doing extra or are you doing just enough on the job? Are you doing extra? Are you doing that overtime? Are you trying to learn stuff on the job that you're going to need? Seriously, this is something to think about. Are you learning the extras? Are you saying, hey, what's up with this and that? What's going on here? Are you trying to move up on your job? Because you know what? I've known some dudes. I knew one dude. It was at this gym I was working at. And that dude, a couple dudes, they started out like minimum wage and stuff. All of a sudden, they like managers and stuff within a few because they would do extra. Like one in particular, he rose up to a manager on duty status. That dude, despite his background and everything, he would be, even though this was a part-time job for him, he didn't have a problem mopping floors, doing extra. He wasn't looking at people like, hey, y'all gonna do this for me and everything. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. No, you gotta step out extra. See, first of all, so when you on your job, are you doing your best or you just doing stuff to get by? And shoot, and like I said, even in business, the reason why businesses fail a lot of times, people don't do extra. They think, okay, I got the business. Okay, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum. Yeah, their business don't last that long. That's very important. Like, and then just what you do every day. Are you sitting around? I mean, I can understand for fun, you might play a video game or do something, but what are you doing the other times? When you look at men who are actually making money, they be working hard. They ain't doing a few hours a week. They ain't doing a few hours a week. They working many hours. They busy many hours. What are they doing? What are they doing extra? If they have a business, what are they doing to get it out there? Are they talking to people? Are they marketing? When we talk, I talk about a lot of this stuff on my Money Matters channel. There's a lot of stuff you got to do. Trust me. Like, I don't work for anybody. People can say these videos and stuff, but I don't work for YouTube. If I decide, like when I had my stroke, I didn't publish any videos. They ain't send me one thing bothering me. None of my platforms. They like, hey, we just take a cut if you put some stuff out. If you don't, we ain't saying a word to you. And that's very important. That's very important. You gotta say it, especially if you're a man, you talking about you want to be sovereign. You gotta be the one go out there and hustle and make that money. You gotta be the one to do extra, because people ain't gonna do it. The other people ain't gonna do it. Who's gonna do it? Maybe, if we talk about man against woman, maybe a woman saying, hey, you gotta pay for this, this, and this. But, a sovereign man ain't gonna be a trick. That's another conversation. You got to be self-productive. You got to be self-motivated. That's the important thing. You got to do it, because at the end of the day, it don't even matter whether somebody else telling you or whether you're impressing somebody. Like personally, I'm not impressed if somebody tells me, you know, they ain't doing much. I ain't gonna get mad at them. You know, I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, that's you. You know. Now, if they ask me for some help or some stuff like that or some advice, oh yeah, I give that freely. But if they say, yeah, I'm just be sitting around watching TV and all of that, nah, you ain't gonna get there. You're not being productive. And I'm talking from personal experience too. I mean, yeah, I had 1,000 jobs, but I look back at some of them and I wasn't as productive as I could have been. I ain't do what I could have done, you know, and I realized that. And, you know, don't make my same mistake. You know, when I'm telling you a lot of stuff, it's because I've gone through it. So don't make my mistake. You got to say, what are you doing extra? Like, let's get back to the job thing. People are noticed when they do extra. People are noticed when they do a good job or something. Trust me. They pay. Trust me. There's always a manager or somebody paying attention. But then you can move up. Like when I was working on this retail job, I started off minimum wage. I got a raise within 2 weeks. They saw how good I was working, and plus I told them, you know, I got another job. They got to give me more money. They saw, and it was worth it, so they gave me raises. I was getting a couple times. I got substantial raises, couple times, you know. And I've been on jobs like that. Yeah, and I've also been on some jobs I was just mailing it in. I wasn't productive, didn't move forward. But on the jobs I would do extra, forward. Or the businesses doing extra, forward. Shoot, I don't have to be on camera for this. Trust me, it's a whole lot easier just to get on a mic and record a podcast. That's what I was doing. Anybody who's followed me a long time, that's what I was doing at first. They were nothing but podcasts, you know? Well, no, I take that back. The first few videos, but I wasn't doing them like every day. There was a point I was doing videos when I started doing videos every day, I was doing them regular podcast. Audio, productions and stuff, just audios. But when I saw that I needed to go extra, hey, got this camera and everything, you know? But it's being productive, seeing, okay, how can I raise this up to a higher level? That's being productive, not sitting around. Because I remember when I first got started again doing videos and stuff, I really wasn't at that place. But you know what? Being productive actually helped me get well faster. It actually helped me, you know? Now, I had a few miscreants who were like, oh, just chill out and everything. Nah, they were just trolls who I triggered. I was like, nah, being productive actually helped me get back on my feet. That's how important it is. You have to be a man who wants to be productive. Nobody had to tell you you're going to be self-motivated, whether you're in a job, business, just in life, period. Just in life, you're going to do the extra, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to keep rising to become the sovereign man that you're meant to be. Peace and blessings.